Hi everybody, this is Tracy and I'm with Which Way in That. Today I put a bit of information together on box magic, basically container magic, because you can use all sorts of boxes. The basic purpose is to focus your intent to your target, which is inside the box, the target being an individual or possibly even a situation. You can use it for all sorts of different types of spells. You just have to use the herbs and oils and different things, and of course make your petition according to fit your needs. You can use it for love spells, reverse spells, healing work, employment spells, to find the perfect house, even left-handed magic. So it's just basically, you just get to be creative. The type of boxes that you can use. You can use paper boxes, like you get jewelry in. You can use shoe boxes. You can use wooden boxes that you get at the craft store. I like to go to the craft store and get the little wooden boxes because then, and with the paper boxes too, you can paint them. You can decorate them with different kinds of wrapping papers. You can draw on them, put sigils on them. You can decorate them with stickers, with charms. The sky's the limit. You just use your imagination. You can use all different shaped boxes. You could use a heart box for a love spell. You could use little trinket boxes, like I've seen at Cracker Barrel even, by the cash registers. They have ones that are shaped like eggs. You could use those boxes for new growth, new beginnings, anything that you're wanting to grow. Money, you could do great money drawing spells in them. Fertility spells, things like that. They have little trinket boxes that are shaped like telephones if you're wanting someone to call you. They have them shaped like houses. You could be doing a home protection spell in this type of box. You could be doing a family protection spell. You could be doing work on finding the perfect home for you and your family. Again, the possibilities are endless. You can use mirrored boxes. Mirrored boxes are great when you're wanting all of the attention of the target to be focused on the target and the outside world not to interfere, not to lose focus. Or if you're wanting to isolate that target from the rest of the world, you can do that. You can also take a wooden box and put mirrors on the inside of it. By doing that, you're focusing everything that target has done to you goes back onto that target. It could be for blessing too. Say it's a wonderful person and you want that target to get the love back. You could use it in that manner too. It doesn't always have to be left-handed. So you can do as fancy or as basic as you want to. It's all up to you. Cigar boxes. That's another great type of box to use. Just make sure that you're led and be creative. Listen to your guides, guardians, and angels, and you'd be surprised. Whenever I've done magic before, it just comes to me. I don't use like a recipe or follow everybody else's spells to the T. I just am led. There's been times where I was even led to go get a hydrangea stick from the garden and use different colored embroidery threads to hang my petitions that I bound up from the branch, and then hang it from the top of my makeup mirror. I just felt led to do that, and those spells worked. I've felt led to do freezer spells. I've felt led to put different ingredients inside the box. Just make sure that whatever you put into your box, that you bless and activate each item. So like if I were going to put a spice or a herb in there, I would say, in the name of the Father and the Son and the Holy Spirit, I bless and activate this cinnamon, so that it will bring abundance into the life of this target. And then I would say that person's name, of course, not target. But yeah, you can use to put inside of there. Let's touch base on petitions. And I probably should do a more intense video just on petition work, which I might incorporate with candle work in the future. But with a petition, when I first started doing magic, I would just do one line with my intent and the target's name and birth date. And I would fold that up as tight as I could get it and put it in whatever I was doing. Since then, of course, I've done with writing the target's name 3 times. And then if I'm wanting to draw something to me or that target, I turn the paper to the right and I write exactly what it is I'm wanting. Make sure that you are in the present tense. You don't ever want to say, I will receive $500, or I will find the man of my dreams, or so-and-so will never pick on me again. Make sure that you say it in the present tense, like, I am overflowing with abundance. My coffers are overflowing. My bank account is so full. Money is in my hand. My wallet is full all the time. I am so in love. I have the perfect spouse. I have the perfect home. I live on such and such street. You say it like it already is so that you can get exactly the effect that you're wanting out of your spell. So that's with targets. Whenever you're done writing on your target, you'll want to take whatever oil you're using. I mean, you don't have to. I didn't in a lot of my spells. Now I always use my oils. But it does, because you're putting more intention in it. But you take a drop of your oil, say it's a love spell and you're using your Come To Me oil. You put some on your finger and you dot each corner of your petition and you put a dot in the center. And then if you're wanting to bring something to you, you fold that paper towards you, turn it to the right, fold it towards you, turn it to the right, and so on. If you're wanting something to go away from you, or you're wanting to banish something, or let something go, so to say, you will take that paper and fold it away from you, turn it to the left, and then fold it away from you and turn it to the left, and so on. Besides petitions, you could always use some of the target's hair or some of your own hair. That is a great thing to put in there in the box with your petition. A photo. You can always do your petition on the photo. Another thing about petitions, I love using lunch bags or paper grocery bags, and I tear, because you don't want machine cut edges. You want all the edges to be torn. So that's how I do mine. So you just save your brown paper bags or get those little lunch sacks. They have them at the grocery store for a whole big, huge bag of them. I think the last time I paid like less than $2 for them. You want to use something that belongs to your target. Maybe a pen that they always use, or a business card is great. A business card works wonderful. Nail clippings and hair. That's really good. Herbs, crystals, oils, poppets, doll babies. I will definitely do a video in the future about poppets and doll babies, because of course there's loading. You can load your doll babies with certain herbs, oils, and things to make them more personal for your target. And also do, like, say you're trying to do a shut up spell and you're wanting somebody to stop gossiping. You would poke a hole in their mouth, of course, and pour alum inside that hole, and that would help make sure that they would be quiet in the future and they won't be spreading a bunch of bunk about you. You can also baptize the babies, the doll babies, which, if you're wanting to attach the target soul with the doll so that it ensures a more fast result, it's more personal. There's just a lot of ways that you have to be careful whenever you do that. But we'll go into that in the future video. But a poppet would be a great ingredient to put inside the box. Again, you'll want to bless and activate each ingredient for your box, and at the end, when you have put all of the ingredients inside your box, you can then close the box. And what I like to do is I like to take and lick my finger, and I seal the box going clockwise if I'm trying to draw something to me, or counterclockwise if, of course, I'm trying to push it away. Then you can bind the box. You can make it tight with either black twine or red twine. Red, of course, is power, but it's also for love, passion, lust, whatever you might be trying to get. But you'll just want to seal that box up good. And then you'll bless and activate your box. An example for, let's just say, a love spell, I would use something like this. I really like the decorative boxes, but that's just because, as my children say, I'm extra, and I like everything fancy and nice. Of course, I wouldn't spend so much time if it was something that was trying to go away from me, or an individual that I was wanting to go away or have their just rewards or revenge spell. I wouldn't spend a lot of time with pretty and fancy on that. But say for a love spell, that I was wanting my love life to be more fulfilling. Anyway, this would be great because it has a pink rose on the top, and I would put in it my petition, and then I would let's see, oil. I would use Come To Me oil. I would put rose petals. I would put jasmine and cinnamon too inside there. So that would make a great, hold on just a minute, I have some notes. That would be great for this. And then I would just seal this. I just use my spit and seal my box up. You'd want to dress your candle if you're going to do a candle with it as well. You'll want to dress your candle with the oil that you're using, and then whatever herb or powder that goes along with it. As an example, you could dress it with Come To Me oil. If it was the love spell, I would use a pink candle for that, a pink, or a white. White is basically for everything. I would dress it in the oil, and then I would roll it in, say, the Love and Romance candle fixing blend that I have on my website. You can look on my website. It is www.whichwayinthat.com. And I have a great store that's filled with candles and fix-in blends and oils and poppets. They're all homemade, handmade. They're wonderful products, and they have been tried and true. Yeah, so you'd want to, if it's just an old paper box or a wooden box, you could burn the candle on top of your box. But if it's a fancy box, like this one here, or say the mirrored box, I would burn the candle next to it. And then once the candle is all out and you're going to be storing your box, of course it depends on what kind of spell it is. If it's a love spell and it's for yourself, and I would keep something like this just out where I knew nobody was going to get into it, where it was safe. But I would have it sitting out and just kept safe. And I would spray my perfume on it here and there, and I would pray over it and activate it, of course, until my spell came true. If you were wanting to, say, isolate somebody or make somebody go away, something that you didn't want to have any attention drawn to it, I would put it in the darkest corner in my garage or basement that I could find. It just depends what your spell's about. There's some spells, of course, that you need to take that far from your home and dig a hole in the crossroads and bury that spell as well. That it just depends on which one. But boxes can be utilized for all sorts of spells. Yeah, I think that's pretty much it. If you guys have any questions, feel free to comment below the video. Like and share the video if you would, and please subscribe to my channel. I'm going to come up with a bunch of new videos to put up that'll be quite informative, and yeah. You can find me on Facebook. I have a Facebook group that's called Which Way in That, that's full of great people and great information. I also have my business page on Facebook, which is Which Way in That as well. I'm on Instagram, and I am on Tumblr too. So anyway, stay tuned, and I will see you again soon. Thanks.